Hey, Fred,
Yeah.
you're fired. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
We never want to be that. When we set out to start this network, we knew that that was a possibility, that the idea of replacing or inverting what the company had done for the prior 10 years of helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives, it was very possible that the whole business would get turned upside down and turned into a thing where the story of the possibility of getting rich, buying gold teeth, would replace this idea of helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. And a part of that can be financial. It's okay if the goal of any coach to come into this is to create some wealth. Certainly, I became the CEO of the business. We started this company. I wanted to create wealth. But I didn't want the product to be the wealth. I did a speech and talked about it a little bit in the Elite Mastermind about the importance that the product, the box, be substantial, and that what we represent, what we sell as a company, needs to be something that people would want to advocate and market and recommend to friends and family, regardless of whether there was a comp plan or not. That's how we're different. That's how we're different than the other companies. That's why I think Beachbody is so meaningful to people. And what has happened, I mean, as Michael referred to it and Jeff referred to it, we've seen a slowing in the business. But that's why we're here, is to look at it. Why are things different? What happened to the business that slowed down? And I think one of the things, there's actually a couple of important elements that we can address and look at here honestly. If you want to be a successful CEO, and we're all in here as our own CEOs, you want to be a successful CEO, you look at your business honestly and you go, what's changing? Now there's a couple things that we know. We know that, and for many of you who haven't been with us longer than 4 years, you would have experienced this, but this is the second time since we launched the network that we've gone through a national election and Olympics, which is disruptive to the TV environment, which is disruptive to the overall exposure of the business and the sort of the decibel level of the business. That has an effect on sales. We're also, this is a really weird election year. So, the first thing people are thinking sometimes isn't necessarily their own issues or their own goals. They're wondering what's happening there. What are the headlines over there? We've got all sorts of terrorism and other things that are taking our eye off the ball and making us sort of feel less comfortable taking risks and getting outside of our comfort zone. There's just this sort of air of paranoia. And we have a chance to come together and look at that and go, okay, so there's cycles to the business, there's a different environment to the business, but also what have we done? We can look at what we've done that has shifted things. And one of the things that I think we've allowed to creep in is this idea that what we celebrate, what we recognize is rank advancement, new houses, shredding mortgages, buying second cars, and so on, rather than focusing on what the substance of the business is. The opportunity that we've got from the very first time John Congdon, co-founder and president of the business, the first time we contemplated network marketing, we didn't look at it as, oh my gosh, this is an incredible way for us to become billionaires. That's not the way we looked at it. We looked at it as, with a mission to help people achieve their goals, to lead healthy, fulfilling lives, this was our opportunity to become partners with our customers. Partnership. That we realized that if we were to, because John and I were motivated to make our infomercials work, and we thought if we get the results, if we're the first examples of success in our infomercials, and we put that up there, that'll inspire other people to do the same. So he and I got great results with Power 90 and then later P90X. Same thing, we saw customers doing that. They would get great results, and then all of a sudden, their friends and family and neighbors would come in and be a part of the business. They'd go to the message board, say, is this for real? People would say, absolutely, this is the real deal. Slim 6, Power 90, Turbo Jam, Hip Hop Abs, come on and do it. We saw that being a real opportunity, that if this product that we created is so meaningful to people that they're motivated to share it regardless of being compensation, imagine what happens if we put a compensation engine and add a compensation engine to that. So again, look at how it happens. You get results, create this incredible belief in those results, that creates an opportunity, and it seems only fair that the people who put 6 weeks or 90 days of hard work and discipline into lifestyle change, if that creates demand for the company, they deserve a share in that. And since the launch of Team Beachbody, we have gradually, and then even with more momentum, seen that turn into an outrageously successful business here in North America. I mean, now within each one of those, within that slope, are those curves that Michael was talking about. That it hasn't been a steady climb up. In fact, between 2012 and 2013, you could see it taper off a little bit. That's when we started really focusing on the challenge packs, and then things have taken off in a nice way. But still, we're looking at a little bit of a downturn now. What does that mean? Well, look at how we compare to the industry. I think this is a fascinating chart. This is U.S. sales of network marketing companies in the category, okay? Now, obviously, we all didn't start 2008. In fact, Team Beachbody started in 2007. You've got companies in there like, where is it? Oh, Herbalife is sort of meets us there at 2015. Herbalife has, a good decade or 15 years maybe even before this chart starts. So it took a long time to get here. Now, what's important to realize is these companies, if you look at the companies along the bottom, and even to some degree Herbalife, and I'm not trying to bash any other companies, but my point is about the shape of these charts. You can have a significant business in North America or a significant network marketing business, but even though with that significance of 400 million, 500 million, or as we're approaching $1 billion a year just in the network alone, the reason our business has sloped up, where others sort of ride sideways and stay there, is those businesses tend to have what they call an attrition model. That the business needs to recreate itself and refill itself with distributors every year. Distributors come in, they don't make that much money, they leave. Distributors come in, they don't make that. Now, some people make money, some people succeed in the business, but in general, the promise of wealth creation in network marketing has been a bit of an empty box. Now, remember the premise. We want to have a product that's substantial, that people would advocate regardless of whether they're distributors or coaches or not. That is why the Team Beachbody slope goes up. Can I have that chart back? This is truly, has anybody read The Compound Effect? I think that's what it's called, okay? This is the compound effect. The compound effect is not just a ball rolling sideways, replace itself. It is building on itself, building on itself. When customers get results from the substance of the product, they don't leave. Some of them do, but the ones that succeed, they stick around. The customers who create a belief system in our programs, they're the ones that become great coaches. And we've seen this both in these numbers and statistically as we look at who are the most successful coaches. The most successful coaches are not the ones that come in and on day one strive to be emerald or get to diamond as quickly as possible and I'll worry about being the proof that the product works and drinking that shake some other time. What I care about is getting my next coach. I gotta get my cousin and my aunt and my uncle because I'm gonna be diamond. It's gonna be awesome. Success starter call. I gotta call with the CEO, whatever, it's recorded, who cares? But what this chart represents is the power of compounding. And that is what we have lost this year. We have started to just replace ourselves because the decibel level of creating a story around the wealth creation, which is a very easy pitch to make, particularly as, people need to survive, they want to cover their costs, they want to make sure their kids can go to college, they want to pay off their own debts. It's a very easy pitch. The problem is that pitch doesn't work if you don't believe in the product. The product has to be first. And again, I'm saying, The financial goal is totally fine. I've got financial goals. But I didn't create this business. I don't have a mission of helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives just to make money. I wanted to have substance that the customers would get results and would come back and buy the next thing, because they'd get results and they'd come back and buy the next thing. If I didn't succeed with that, I would do whatever every other infomercial company does, and that is they scorch the earth behind them because their ab belt and thigh master and shake weight doesn't work. So they got to recreate and fool another batch of people. That's not what we're about. We want the substance. We want this to be what we're about. And what that is about is the coach. Because we realize that the infomercials can go so far as a business, but what we needed, just like John and I were partners in the business, and John and Tony and I were partners in our first transformations, we needed partners. Partners in our purpose. Partners on purpose to help people get results. This is the partner effect. It's persistence. By helping people get results, by people working together, the business works. And you, as leaders, need to take this message out to your teams. Your job is so important this week. Like, it's regardless of Super Saturday or not. When you hit the ground running, later today, when you're on social media or you're talking to your teams on the phone, you have got to remind them. We've got to be partners in helping people get results. Because, by the way, we've proven that it works. We just had an incredible proof. The Beachbody Health Bet drove our August Challenge Pack sales, and it was probably our most healthy, transformative month ever. I mean, look at some of these stats. 3.4 million workouts were logged by 250,000 participants. 3.9 million Shakeology cups were logged. That's 843% over what we had done the prior month in the My Challenge Tracker app. More than 100,000 people completed the challenge. What happens when you get 100,000 people or 250,000 people working together through a Challenge Tracker app in partnership to drink their shake and do their workouts? They're going to do it the next month. And that's been validated by studies. There's a Stanford study that shows that participants who received a bi-weekly call asking about their fitness progress increased their amount of exercise by an average of 78%. Take a picture of that. A bi-weekly call. Not a text, not an Instagram post, not a tweet, but a phone call. This is people helping people. Partnerships on purpose. The purpose of helping people achieve their goals. And by the way, the participants who received those bi-weekly calls were exercising at increased levels 18 months after the calls ended. That is the compound effect. That's how it compounds. You make those phone calls, you teach your teams to make those phone calls, and the business compounds. And by the way, those people in those kind of studies are the ones who have consistency, and then when they become coaches, you don't have to go, oh, please stay a diamond, please stay a diamond, please stay a diamond. They're like, I'm going to stay a diamond forever, baby, because I love this thing. Because they're bringing new people in, because they believe in it so much. You don't have to tell them, well, here's what adaptogens and digestive enzymes are, and probiotics and prebiotics in this Shakeology stuff. You got to convince them constantly. They're drinking it, they're feeling it, they're digesting better, they've got more energy without more caffeine, they just feel more well, they're seeing their kids finally consume something that's good for them, the whole family's getting into behavior, they're in the lifestyle, a healthy, active lifestyle. Help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. That belief system, which Michael will talk to, that is built in the vital process. The vital process of bring a customer in, help them experience what this product, boom, like people become a coach right off the bat because they want to save money. And I think it's a mistake. It doesn't mean it's wrong. I just think it's a mistake because the value of this product, our box, is so good compared to the other stuff out there. Particularly when you go up as high as like gastric bypass surgery and the other options available, quick fixes. People are now like freezing themselves, I hear. Like that's a thing. They get frozen. I'm gonna freeze my leg today. This is my thin leg. Race on the other one, now I'm balanced. Hey, we go outside and play? No, I'm still freezing. You know, it's just, there's so many options, so many tricks, so many gimmicks. This one works, and it actually helps extend your life, helps you live a more well life, you've got more energy, you've got, you're a great role model for your friends and family. That is the partnership that we signed up for. And that's why this is such an amazing opportunity. But you have to teach your teams that. I can't emphasize this enough. We're not here at leadership to just you know, have you see keynotes and have you make a bunch of notes. Our mission here at leadership is to make sure that you echo this sentiment out there, that you as leaders are behaving this way through the vital process where you bring in a customer, you help them get results, make the phone calls, and then when they've got 21 days or 30 days of results, they've drank the Shakeology, you see what they're doing in My Challenge Tracker app, you go, you recognize them, right? Vital behavior, you say, I think you're ready. I think you're ready to be a coach. Because now, you've got credibility. You don't have to be a fitness expert. You don't have to be a nutrition expert. You don't even have to be a hard body. But you lost 10 pounds. You lost 5 pounds. Or maybe you're trying to gain weight, just trying to get fit, trying to get stronger, trying to have more energy to play with the kids. You're there. You're a credible story. You are a part of the substance of compounding this company and this mission and this community as a partner. Then they're allowed in. Partners on purpose. That's what we do. I need you to take that message, internalize it, live the business that way, and by the way, that can live right next to your desire to pay off the mortgage, live debt-free, own a jet ski, own a new mountain bike, whatever it is you want, that's totally cool, as long as it's done in parallel with wanting to help people achieve the substance of what we do. That's what we're about today.